All right, so today we about to be messing with the Belair. Got a couple little things that I got to do to it right now. Starter just came in. I was test fitting the headers, and I see that I got to make a couple dents in these. If you look at the headers, got these little lines that I use a marker, and these are the lines for whenever I'm trying to get in there for the spark plugs. I want to make this as easy as possible, so I'm gonna kind of put a little, I'm gonna heat it up and put little dings in it just so it'll be easier to get to the spark plugs. And also, if you look down there where like the collector is, it is kind of hitting that trans mount, so also gotta kind of grind that down a little bit. This side, same thing for the most part with the dings. I'm gonna have to kind of ding it up a little bit, but it's not hitting nothing over here. It's clearing pretty well, so that's the plan. Got to put the starter on. Also, I need a new O-ring for this. I got some stuff for the intake coming fairly soon. Yeah, it's getting to that point where I'm starting to really put everything together. If you look in here, right, I made a list. Everything that I need to finish the Belair with, right? And it's kind of a broad list, you know. People will be like, oh, this is kind of long. They got stuff on here that I just want to do to the car, you know. That's not a necessity for the car. Like, for example, I got primer and paint on here. You know, I even put oil on here, you know, just little stuff just so I don't forget, you know, because doing a lot of stuff, you just tend to, you know, forget the smallest thing and boom, you cost yourself a motor, right? I also got little miscellaneous stuff, like I want to put power steering on the car, want to put disc brakes on the car, you know, stuff like that. So not really too worried about that, honestly. You know, some heat with some light taps will do these things just fine. It's not gonna damage them too much. Still gonna flow pretty decent. So yeah, I'm not getting none custom made or nothing like that. I'm using all common parts to do this swap. Everything should be good. As you can see, I dented them up a little bit, and I'm about to just try to test fit to see the gap for the spark plug, see how easy it is to actually get in there. So yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. As you can see, like that, it's kind of far. Like maybe I could just probably put it in by hand first. These are already gonna be annoying as hell to get to, I can already tell. Putting it in by hand. Alright, so what I'm about to do is I'm about to torque down all the mount bolts, put the starter on, and see if I can get the wiring for the starter correct. I have all the wiring right here. Don't know what wire is what, so that's gonna be the difficult part. All right, so just got all of the bolts for the torque converter and flywheel on. Can you spin it for me? You can see that's one. That's two. Alright. That's 3. So I got those 2 connected. All right. So this is the first one off the list. I forgot that I tightened up the bolts and made sure that they was mounted. So for the engine category, I have finished mounting done. I'm about to go back under there and tighten up the bolts for the transmission, make sure that's good. And we gonna... Well, I was doing work and it started snowing. I got a lot done for right now, but I'm probably about to push the car in and start again probably tomorrow. Turns out I got the wrong oil filter. I was trying to get one for, I don't know why, but I got it for a Trans Am, WS6 Trans Am, but it's not gonna fit. All right, so this is day 2 of working on the car. This right here should be the starter. AC Delco starter, and I also got the bolts for the starter. Now, like I said, only problem I'm gonna run into, because I don't remember how they go on the starter solenoid and whatnot, but you know, hooking all this stuff up. Other than that, it shouldn't be too bad. You kind of see the plastic around the heat shielding is kind of melted on the wires, but they still work just fine. So honestly, I'll just keep it that way. Might tape them up, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass trying to get all that stuff off, or just cutting the wires and all that. So I mean, it works fine, so I'm gonna just keep it on there. Alright, so the starter is installed. I don't know if you can see it right there. It is installed. Wires are not hooked up to it. I had to look under the dash to see what wires are what. But as I looked under the dash, the number or the letters and stuff on here is faded off, so I had to go under the dash. But it is, this purple one is the ignition wire, and the way that I know, really simple, but I had to go under here. Probably be kind of hard to see, but I turn on the light. There is a purple wire right by my ignition, and it says it, and I traced that wire all the way over to that purple one over there. Didn't really have to do all of that, but you know, just had to double check. So yeah, that purple wire is the ignition wire. So you learn something new every day, right? So I went to get an oil filter for the LS, and I went and got one for a LS1. And it turns out, whenever you buy a new F-body oil pan, you will have to get a 07 plus oil filter. And the reason is because they will send you this piece, right, you know, the oil filter adapter, and it's only for 07 plus. So it's very weird how that goes. But I was thinking, like, I was wondering why the thread pitch was wrong, you know. Or I was also thinking, you know, maybe somebody just messed it up and I just got a used one, or, you know. No, it turns out that you have to get a 07 plus oil filter. So for like 5.3 Silverado, just put, you know, 2007 5.3 Silverado, and that will be right. And I also didn't think about it, right? If you have a LS1 oil pan, why wouldn't you get an LS1 dipstick? So I got the LS1 dipstick and the dipstick tube, and I'm gonna take out this 5.3 dipstick very soon. So I installed that today. I put a new O-ring on it. Probably just about to take it right off and then put this one on. I was just, you know, kind of messing with the car today, not doing nothing crazy, but just doing little stuff. All right, so back after a little bit. I have the intake bolted down. I replaced all the gaskets and took the little cushion out, replaced that. I believe the sequence is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that is 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Something. You look it up. So the intake gaskets are done. Got a little bit of oil in it. Didn't do all of it. Starter is for the most part hooked up. Only reason I'm not crossing it off the list because I don't have the battery cable hooked up, and it's because I don't have a battery in here yet. I gotta get a new tray first that goes right here. Then I can get the cables. So that's not done. That's why I'm not crossing it off. Knock sensors, done. Don't have coil bracket done yet. I'm just intake hardware, done. Oil filters, done. I don't have fuel rail hardware or fuel injectors yet. All right, so I got the fuel injectors right there. Hardware right there. So not crossing that off the list. What else? What else can I put down on here? There's not too much more I can really do right now. Alright, so a couple days later, after doing a lot of research, figured out a few things that I needed to know. Also ordered a lot of stuff. Will be here soon. First thing I learned, I cannot use the stock gas pedal, and the reason is it's super weird how these are set up, but basically there's nowhere to really mount this cable to, and it only goes, I don't know if you can see, but back and forth right here. Also, another thing, I really don't know why this huge fuse is right here. This fuse is like 175 amps, and I know that's not normal, but it's between the ignition and the starter. Also, I gotta figure out, this was for my alternator, and I'm pretty sure whenever I get the ECU and wire harness is gonna come with a new one of those. So I don't know if I just cut this one out or what. I'm gonna just kind of wait on that. I ordered the brackets for the accessory drive. Only problem is, on the picture it was a different water pump. The one that I was getting, the alternator looked like it was supposed to sit about like right here or so, and one of my outlets or whatever for the water pump is sitting right here. So I don't know how that's gonna go. What else I ordered? I ordered the shift kit that I wanted. This I think it's the B&M mega shifter. I'm gonna take out the column shifter and put in a floor shifter. I'm gonna keep the bench seat as well too. I just kind of want a clean look around there. I ordered the trans cooler. I ordered the crossover, the steam crossover kit, the vent kit, and it's the 4-point, so all of them are going to connect and then, you know, crossover and whatnot. All right, right now what I'm about to do, I'm about to take this header back off and trim down that trans bracket or whatever that's for. I'm not too sure what that's for. Pretty sure I don't need it, and it's gonna have to move because it's hitting the header. So all right, so I'm just looking at the fitment of this radiator. I have it tied up right now with some safety wire. I would say it has pretty good fitment where it's at, you know. It's kind of sitting in the grooves right over there, kind of by the, I guess, the core support, and it don't look terrible, honestly. I actually like how this fits. This is not, of course, this is not the original radiator. This is a Be Cool radiator, triple core. I think it'll do fine, and of course I'm gonna put electric fan on it. I don't want to put a clutch fan on this. I do have to make brackets, and I'm kind of getting an idea of what I want to do for these brackets. Probably gonna incorporate this hole right here, and probably maybe this hole, and this hole right here. Worst case, I'll just drill some more and, like, you know, actually make this thing stay down for sure. But yeah, I don't know if you can see how it's sitting down in there, sitting like that on both sides, real snug. I honestly don't think it looks bad. I did shave down that little bracket piece down in there. Not as far as I would like. Probably go back to it, do some more of that. Also took out the shifting linkage for the column shifter. I don't know if you can see that right here. Took out the shifting linkage for it. Don't really need that too much, just because, like I said, I'm going with a floor shifter. Eventually I'm gonna just take all that out the column. Bro, when I tell you, feels like I'm so close to being done, yet so far away. It's for real, bro. Like, I still got all of this, and I'm like guaranteeing there's stuff that I have not written down on here, but it's like I'm close. I'm real close. When I get this wiring, that's gonna be the death of me. Like, I don't know a damn thing about wiring, you know. Honestly, bro, I don't know. It's gonna take some time to figure this shit out, but I'm definitely getting closer and closer. Getting excited, but like I said, it's also kind of hard because I'm doing this all alone. This all really first time doing all of this stuff. So yeah, honestly, we just figuring this shit out as we go, and y'all just in for the ride. Y'all gonna see all the mistakes I make, everything that I'm gonna regret in the future. You know, I'm just doing random stuff, cutting random stuff, you know, all that. But it's a lesson to be learned here.
Several days later.
Look at everything that came today. Got my B&M Mega Shifter right here, the whole kit. I have my catch can right here. Got everything, has the hoses right here, fittings. I also have my C5 Corvette fuel filter right here. It has the return on it, so I can run a return on it on this system. Finally have my dipstick right here for the 4080. Been waiting on that for a while. And I have my bracket kit, which I'm hoping is gonna work with my water pump. Worst case, I just gotta change the water pump out, but it's no big deal, honestly. So yeah, had a lot of stuff coming in today. I'm pretty excited. By the way, got the gas pedal that I need from a Chevy Silverado, some 90s Chevy Silverado. Should work. Just got to make a mounting spot for that. Wouldn't be too hard. But yeah, I'm almost done. I'm almost ready to crank this thing up, and it's getting more and more exciting. I cannot wait. So I ran into a few problems. One, that dipstick was way too long. Way too long. It was like 36 inches. I think at most, I'm gonna need 24. So now I have to return that, get a new one. Another problem I ran into that I just noticed, the headers. All right. So if you look at this side right here, and I just noticed this, it's pointed directly at the e-brake line, and I'm not taking out the e-brake. I'm keeping the parking brake. Don't really want to deal with taking that out and like trying to relocate it or something. And yeah, stock manifolds won't fit, so I'm gonna have to find something else that's gonna work. And I already knew towards the end, like once you get all this main stuff, the little nitpicky stuff is where all this stuff starts to play in, and all the really annoying stuff starts to happen. And now I'm starting to see it. So thought these headers would be good. I can't use them unless I want to move that. That dipstick was just way too long. Also, this transcooler that I got is huge. That's another problem I'm running into. This transcooler is just really big. Now, I was thinking about mounting it behind the headlight over there. It would fit, but I don't know how much air it would get back there. So I'm thinking of mounting this thing like maybe under the car, you know, trying to figure out a place for that. Man, it's just getting to be a lot of stuff right now. So yeah, honestly, in this whole video, I thought I was gonna get a lot done. I have not gotten almost anything done. I've just realized I've got parts that either don't work, or I'll have to modify a lot just to make work. So yeah, don't do what I did. Do a lot of research on this stuff before you do. This side looks fine. Clearance wise, this side is fine. But other side, it is beginning to be a pain dealing with the other side, the other header. Maybe I'm just get some block hugger, like, you know, hooker style headers. Maybe those will work. Also, another thing that I'm looking at. So when I ordered the water or the accessory drive brackets, it was a different style water pump, right? And the alternator is probably gonna be relocated to like right here. So I don't know if you can see where I'm going at about this, but if the alternator is right here and the hose is gonna connect to here, how am I gonna do that? Worst case, I am buying a new water pump. That's not too terrible of a decision, you know. Most of these truck pumps, they're kind of like interchange, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, this little stuff is just starting to eat me alive right now. But I don't know, we'll see. Honestly, I'm just getting super close to getting this thing started, and I just keep running into little stuff. Yeah, it's just kind of being a pain right now. This is where that nitpicky stuff, and it starts to eat at your wallet. This is where that stuff begins. Honestly, this will probably be the end of this video. I know I didn't get too much done, but this is where the problems arise right here. So if you're at the same stage I'm at, just do a lot of research and just be wary of what you're purchasing. But yeah, let me know what you think. Just give me some advice if y'all can on, you know, LS swapping stuff. Please give this video a like, comment, subscribe, view some of the other videos I got on the channel. Plenty more. But yeah, guys, see you in the next one.